Now we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analyzers, when the price was here, we're looking for buy. We get the buy from here. But then the second one, we is looking for breakout and the correction. But what we get here, we get the up move, but there was no proper trade setup. And whatever we get was a really sharp move. And when the price was within this move, we mentioned the price can drop, and this is what we get. Okay, now we want to see how deep this correction can go. Mostly when we see this kind of the correction, we can look for buy. And if anyone they sell from here, I think now it's better to at least manage this trade because the way it's moving is really corrective. Whether we can get any sell from here, we can get but a really short term because may this one turn to be similar to what we have here because the way is dropping is really corrective. Okay, any sell based on our time frame will be short term, but we prefer to look for buy if we get the buy setup. All right, in this case, we move to forward chart. All right, if we refer to our analyzers, we may be talking about, discussing about how this one can form. And one of the option was we made this one turn to a correction for one more drop, at least test this trend line. But right now, when we see this kind of the move with this kind of the correction, mostly we can expect for the continuation, not the reversal. And even if we put this one relative to this, we don't have any divergence, any information. Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it if we move to 1 hour chart. All right. First of all, if we refer to this, we see we had a divergence as well when we put this one in relative to this, the first move to the last, because this one will be an internal correction, okay? Because we were looking for this one in relative to each other, but the way it's forming is not really match, okay? But we don't need to care about that. The only thing is we want to look for, because if we refer to the, if we put this one, it refer to MACD doesn't show the divergence, but as we can see, because of the since we had the divergence, we move into the bigger correction. But right now, we don't need to, those information is not helpful right now for us. The only thing is we want to see how this one can give us a buy and how deep this one can go. All right. From what we have right now, even if we put our line here, I don't think we can get a good trade setup because what we expect the reversal with the flag to look for buy. It depends whether we can get or not if you want to look for the breakout. But if this one turns to a bigger, deeper correction, then we can look for the breakout flag, look for buy. And the breakout of the top, we start to manage it. The breakout of the top will be almost 4.06. All right. How about if the price sharply move from here? The only option is having entry above this. Or we get the breakout with a small flag. This one will be more safer than this one because if you put the entry above this, easily price can tag and reverse. Okay, the only times, if the traders they have experience with the in having entry above, they know how to manage it. Maybe they can put the entry above, which is 4.06. By the way, we don't have any trade setup. We want to see whether this one can go as a buy setup. In this case, we just follow the chart, and if we see any trade, I will share. Thanks.